Hello guys, this is Pat from Pat back at it again. Sorry for being late, but finally we are here with the first Dark Magician deck list because yes guys, we're gonna have two of them. These, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, actually is with the Dark Magician of Chaos, actually only Magician of Chaos, and I think it's the one I prefer for now, because when you'll see the other one, you see what it actually misses. It just missed something, and I am sure they're gonna add that soon. I think before the end of the year, to be honest. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Yami Yugi, and the skill is not Destiny Draw but Master of Rights. Just a quick recap for everyone who did not remember what it does. It's pretty easy. Every time you lose 1,000 life points, that's why we play the Cosmic Cyclone, you can return one card from your hand to the deck. This of course is gonna happen during your main phase, and you can choose either a ritual spare card or a ritual monster to add from your deck to your hand. So basically with this skill, the Cosmic Cyclone becomes a searcher basically. And you can use the skill twice per duel and twice per turn, so you can use both your search in the same turn. You know, if you apparently have a couple of cyclones and your opponent has a couple of back rows, you can use your first cyclone on one back row, use the skill, take the ritual spell card, then use the second cyclone on the second back row, return another one card, and you can add a ritual monster, so you have the full package. The only thing I can't remember though is that is it still a couple of times per duel? Yes, so you can use those two times in the same turn. So, and this is the deck list. It's something already brought on the channel. You know, I really love Magician of Chaos, and this was an updated version thanks to Eternal Soul. So this actually makes it is the better version of the Super Body Team Force Unite that we used to have in this deck list. So as you can see, we have basically the triple advanced ritual heart. That's why we play only two Dark Magician, because we do not want them in our end. I mean, but even this time, even if it happens, of course we're chilling because we can summon him with Eternal Soul, and then we have of course the triple Magician of Chaos. Of course this guy is crazy because he actually has a defense within him. Every time a spell, trap card, or effect is activated, you can pop one card on the field, so that's pretty nice, especially for deck against, for example, of heroes that uses a lot of spell cards. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it will be really hard to understand when it is the right moment to use the effect. Keep in mind that, and of course the Cosmic Cyclone synergizes so well with this effect because of course this is a quick play spell and you can chain the effect of Magician of Chaos through the Cosmic Cyclone. Then we have a triple Dark Magician circle, and now it becomes, of course, it becomes better because now the circle can search for the Eternal Soul if he happens to be among the the top three cards of your deck, among the excavated ones, of course, and of course because the little guy right here counts as a Dark Magician, so when you ritual summon him and you have the Dark Magical Circle, you get the Banish, and you can chain to the Banish effect, the effect of Chaos, to pop and banish, so you have a -2 to your opponent. Really nice. Also, the other slots are for Manju, Sonic Bird, and Gizki Chain, but if I could choose, I would probably go for triple Gizki Chain, simply because it has enough attack to make it lethal together with the Magician of Chaos, and also because it synergizes really good with the effect of Circle, because if you use Circle, you can, you know, choose the order, and then you know if you're gonna get for sure either a ritual monster or a spell card. But of course I have only one copy of this, that's why I'm filling it with one Manju and one Sonic Bird. Of course, if you do not have the Gizki and you have triple Manju, definitely go for the triple Manju because you can choose what's ahead. No point about that. For the extra deck, just a bunch of rank 7, but right, the only one you can use is definitely can happen to be useful this one, but maybe one copy of Ebon is fun. It's fine because with this guy you can just pop and banish stuff. It's you never you're never gonna be in need of summon this guy. And also keep in mind that you only have 2, so if you summon the Ebon Illusion Magician, of course be careful to have at least one of the Dark Magicians into the deck. Now, last but not least, the spice. We have 2 things to remind that are really spicy. The first one is that if you have an Eternal Soul, of course, the effect of your Dark Magician being unaffected, of course, counts for your Magician of Chaos, because it is a Dark Magician on the field. And because it is a Dark Magician, even in the graveyard, if you properly ritual summon him and then he was destroyed, you can summon him back with the Eternal Soul. That's crazy. So that's pretty nice to bring back this guy that has a very good effect. And last but not least is that if you have this guy in the field and the Eternal Soul set, of course, for example, with the Dark Magical Circle, what happens is that for sure you're gonna have a Dark Magician in the graveyard because of the Advanced Ritual Heart, of course. But what can happen is that you can separate the 2 effects, because let's suppose you have the Circle, you have the Eternal Soul set, and the Magician of Chaos. What happens is that if you have to stop your opponent for link summoning and you want to banish or actually pop his monster, you can activate Eternal Soul without activating its effect. You can just flip it up and trigger the effect of Magician of Chaos to pop your opponent's card. And then in a second moment, if you need another removal, you can activate the effect of the Eternal Soul that is already flipped up to summon a Dark Magician from your graveyard and trigger the effect of Circle to get the second removal, but in this case it is a banish effect. So really good. Of course, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna break sometimes because it's how the deck is, and sometimes the Eternal Soul can be tricky because of course if they pop it, you're gonna lose all your monster, but it's part of the game and it is a lot of fun. And I'm not sure it's gonna be, it's gonna come back to meta. Of course, we definitely need something else. We need the Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. We need that, because with that our spell and trap card cannot be destroyed by cut effects and neither be targeted, and with that Dark Magician is gonna come back to meta. Guys, that was all for this first version. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys, interrupting a 2-win streak. We have a couple of duels in the King of Games rank and then some more in the Platinum, because the rank down happened at the end of the month. So it's him to begin. We have Gandora. So Gandora, Gold Gadget, Silver Gadget into Gear Gigant to begin with, adding a Gearbox, as you can see right there, and then the Gearbox to grab the Infinite Track Anchor Drill. And it's got Determination to Fight, of course, to grab a Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction, and to fill the graveyard with some more Gandoras. We have a pretty good hand, Sonic Bird to begin with, grabbing the Advanced Ritual Heart, then the Dark Magical Circle, Advanced Ritual Heart right there, into Magician of Chaos. I summoned the Bird and not the Giske because I knew he had some hand trap, there was actually no doubt about that. So the Circle's effect, as you can see, to banish that, then I attacked, but he's got actually he didn't use his trap card, so he's got Determination of Fight once again, as you can see right there. Fill the graveyard, Giga Raise the Gandora of Destruction, and as soon as he summoned that, Eternal Soul to summon the Dark Magician from the graveyard. But we could also trigger the effect of Magician of Chaos. This time, actually, as you can see, I actually flipped up the Eternal Soul without using the effect to trigger first the effect of Magician of Chaos. Then, if he had something more, I could have stopped that just by the effect of the Eternal Soul to summon Dark Magician and trigger to trigger Dark Magician Circle. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys, still in the King of Games rank. This was a Destiny Hero player, if I'm not wrong. Let's see. We've got the Manju to begin with, to have the Ritual Spell card. Then we have the Advanced Ritual Heart, as you can see, straight away into Magician of Chaos. So keep in mind that this is a mistake, to be honest. You wanna actually go into Advanced Ritual Heart before the Circle, so that you thin the deck before looking for something to add to your hand. Then a couple of back rows were chosen chilling. We have the Eternal Soul. He's got the Clock Destiny, the effect, so that he can use the Clock Tower Prison. We do not even have to bother our back rows. We can just use the effect of the Magician of Chaos chained to the Clock Tower Prison, and then he's got Stratos to have a search, and at this point he's got just double set, but I can just use the Cosmic Cyclone for the first one, then Eternal Soul to summon the Dark Magician. So we actually had the 3 removal in one turn. There's nothing you can do, my boys. Look at that, he just scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys. This now we have only the duels from the Platinum rank. As you can see right here, this is just, you know, to see how easy it is to finish him. We have, this is why I told you the Kiski chain is better, because we have actually lethal with that. So, and look at this. Now I needed a ritual monster. What I did is just to set the other circle that I don't need, use the Cyclone on my own card in order to trigger the skill and finish him in just one turn. We can skip this out. We can actually speed things up. Look at that circle to banish that. We even have the pop stuff, but it's not over because he's got the skill to have 5,000 life points. He's got Lunalite Fusion, but he cannot grab you cannot use monsters from the deck because I have no extra deck monster. So he's got the Lunalite Cat Dancer to pop my Giski. That's fine. At this point we just have another Cyclone set. I used it on my own circle to trigger the effect of the Magician of Chaos, but this was a nice move. He chained the effect of DT Crow to not let me use the effect of Magician of Chaos. That was a really nice move. I attacked at this point just to inflict some more damage, but we are kind of in a stall right here. I have the skill, unfortunately for him. I can just grab the Magician of Chaos, then summon Sonic Bird to grab the Ritual Spell card. At this point there's nothing you can do. Just with the Ritual Spell card I can trigger the effect of Magician of Chaos, pop the Lunalite Cat Dancer, and I have lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Fourth duel against Pegasus. Let's see what we have. It's us to begin, Banju to begin with. This time I make it right. So first you go with the Advanced Ritual Heart to summon your Magician of Chaos, and then that you have thinned the deck, you go for the Circle at this point to grab an Eternal Soul. Then we can just set it. We were pretty lucky at this point. Reinforcement of the Army. This is a Satellar Knight deck. So we can just, he just went with Vega, summon the Dineb, so he has a search, but now we have double interruption. Don't forget that. The first one right here, but Leamus, we just flip up Eternal Soul without using the effect, so we use the effect of Magician of Chaos to pop that. Then he's got a set card and face. Now we use the effect of the Eternal Soul to grab a Dark Magician and banish the set card he just cooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. It's us to go. At this point we have the Circle to begin with. We grab an Eternal Soul, as you can see right there. We didn't have the combos, so no Magician of Chaos. This guy is Destiny Hero, so Drill Dark to attack. At this point he kinda, you know, I was in doubt. I could have summoned my Eternal Soul at this point. I could have used my Eternal Soul to summon Dark Magician, but I felt like he was going for lethal because he had the mask change. I predicted that, so I just let him attack. That's fine. As I told you, mask change to go into the Anki, Eternal Soul to summon Dark Magician and banish the Anki, but he's got the enemy controller that can't do nothing because with Eternal Soul it is unaffected. And phase, he can't do nothing at this point. We just grabbed the Magician of Chaos, but we could have actually used our skill, so there was no matter what. Even if this was not luck, this was just my Dark Magical Circle with the order that I choose, you know? So advance it into a heart and he just cooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, against Luna, let's see what we have. It's us to begin Circle and nothing more. We can just set a couple of cards. He's got the Buster Whelp to begin with, having the sword. Keep in mind the Eternal Soul is very good against our, I guess, Buster Blader, because he makes our Dark Magician not being turned into dragons. Pretty nice. So Circle, I tried my luck and I actually picked the worst one. Then Master of Rites to get the Advanced Ritual Heart and we can start dancing. So he's got the Destruction Sword Memories because he didn't want it to activate when I have my Magician of Chaos, you know, just to trigger my effect. So I went with Magician of Chaos, using the first effect to of the circle to banish the Buster Blader. He chained the Swordsman Fusion, but I can chain my Magician of Chaos effect to pop it. At this point, Eternal Soul to go for lethal, but I forgot that he's got the trap in the graveyard. So when I attack, he can just Sword Memories to summon the Dragon Destroyers of Domain. But I didn't stop my attack. I wanted to pop, and you know why? Because otherwise I wouldn't have had a Dark Magician to summon from my graveyard. That's why I actually suicided right there. He's got the recycle of that and also the karma to increase its attack, but then it's not gonna be enough. He said that Eternal Soul in the battle phase, circle to banish the monster, and the Magician of Chaos to pop the back row. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, that was all. I hope you enjoyed the explanation and replays. Of course, if you have some question, guys, feel free to ask me whatever you want in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to help. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.